here with ideas for the most important dinner of the year, Thanksgiving. If you don't know what you're making yet, stay tuned as we'll be showing you how to make traditional dishes as delicious as possible. I'm Jeff Philbin, and this is Dinner DeeAs. Here to share how he does 3 classic Thanksgiving dishes is Chef Anthony Santos. He's a private chef who's also sold out multiple restaurant takeovers in Tampa. Welcome to the Dinner DeeAs kitchen. Today, Chef Anthony is sharing his techniques for 3 traditional Thanksgiving staples: a 5-cheese truffle mac and cheese, honey brown sugar, and bourbon glazed ham. And we're starting things off with the best thing at the table, in my humble opinion, for what is a glorious holiday, the turkey.
Yes.
So walk us through this bird here. How big of a bird you got?
So it's a 15.5-pound bird. It's a young turkey. So it's I do a dry brine.
Okay.
So I put a little bit of salt on top.
Okay.
And I let it sit overnight.
And with a turkey, what should you be thinking of in terms of like the actual size for a family? Like, is there a proper amount that, you know, you can ever have too much for or not enough for? What's got any tips there?
Yeah, so about a 15-pound bird, you could feed 5 to 7 people.
Okay.
If you want to feed about 7 to 15 people, I would go with a 30-pounder.
Fantastic. How do we get this started then?
All right, so after you dry brine, you pull it out of your fridge, and then you take out the giblets. Don't forget these.
And how long are you dry brining this for? What are you doing with the dry brine? What does all that mean?
All right, so dry brine, pretty much we introduce salt into the turkey and flavor. You can put your dry brine to multiple different seasoning, spices, whatever you like.
Okay.
But it pretty much adds a lot of flavor to the turkey because throughout the cooking process, the water comes out of the turkey and then it gets less flavorful. So with a brine, you can lock in the moisture into the meat, and you can make sure that it's going to taste the best it can.
That's an important process, is brining the turkey. Okay.
So anyways, take the gizzards out. Any feathers, you just want to use a quick scissor, cut the feathers off. You want to tuck in your wingtips. A lot of people do not do that. They will burn in your oven.
What does that do for the actual cooking process then?
So when you tuck in the wingtips, the tips don't burn, and then that's pretty much it. And then it stabilizes the turkey a little bit, doesn't move in the roaster pan.
Perfect. Perfect, perfect. What's next?
All right, we're gonna make our herb butter mixture right here. So I have softened butter. I would do unsalted, okay? You can add more salt if you'd like. Garlic, pepper, salt, sea salt, sage, thyme, rosemary.
I love it. A lot of fresh herbs that you put into this one too.
Yes.
Now, you got the fresh herbs. If someone at home was like, oh, cool, I've got some dried stuff, yay, nay, will it give the same kind of flavor? Or
yes, yes, no problem. You could use the dry, but
Okay.
if you want to impress your guests and if you want the best flavor possible, just take a couple extra minutes and use the fresh.
So we've waited all year for the big celebration. We want the whole kitchen to be smelling just right.
All right, so once you mix your herb butter mixture, you want to get under the skin of the turkey and you actually want to loosen it up.
Okay.
Now be very careful with this process because you could actually pierce through the skin and then that kind of eliminates the whole purpose of this.
So all you're just doing is really just getting in there, just gently using your fingertips to really just soften and just gently getting your way through it.
Yeah, I'm just creating a pocket so when I put this compound butter in there, it can really keep the turkey breast moist. It doesn't over dry in the oven. You want to get as far back as you can without bursting a hole through the skin. And don't worry about getting super far back. Just doing this process alone will elevate the flavor in itself. So that's it. I've done that. I'm going to grab a handful. I'm going to start stuffing inside the turkey. Don't worry about making a mess. It's fine. We're going to rub the turkey on the outside with this butter as well.
And that's going to help smooth everything out, really spread it as well.
It's going to help make the skin crispy as well. Because you've brined it, this step is just going to add a lot of flavor, and it's going to keep the skin crispy. It's going to keep the meat moist. It's going to eventually turn out to be a very, very good product.
I love it, because to grab the recipes for Chef Anthony's Thanksgiving trio of dishes, visit dinnerdeeas.com. If you know how to use a QR code, firstly, well done, my friend. Secondly, why not scan ours then? It would be absolutely rude not to do that. So I'm giving you permission. It's down there in the corner of the screen. Scan it now.
All right, now that we've put the butter on,
Okay.
we're gonna stuff the turkey now. I like to put some aromatics, so
Okay.
I put oranges, as you can see. You can get whatever orange you'd like.
Okay.
I like these oranges. These are the Valencia oranges. Then I got some Fiji apples,
Very nice.
and then onion. I take the skin off. When this onion, the apples, the oranges, when they cook over hours, they're so delicious.
It just creates this beautiful aroma that just perfumes this bird, I'm assuming.
Yes, and people tell me all the time, they're like, wow, Anthony, I didn't even smell turkey. And when you sent me this turkey, I smelled literally the herbs and the veggies in here. So.
I love it. And the same herbs are going into it now. I see a little bit of rosemary that you just put into it there.
Yep. I stick with rosemary.
Okay.
It's already got the sage and the thyme in the butter, so I keep it simple just like that, and
Very
we're ready
cool.
for the oven.
Very cool. So then we're just going to put this in there. What do we need to do to get that ready for the oven?
All right, so you need to make sure your oven is preheated to 325.
325. And then per pound, what are we thinking? How long will this take per pound?
This will take 3 to 3.5 hours.
3 to 3.5 hours. Well, folks, our turkey has a trip to the oven in its future, and in our future, we're taking a break. When we come back, we'll be hamming it up and making a homemade glaze that you can do too. Ahead on Dinner DeeAs. Welcome back to Dinner DeeAs. We're talking turkey today and all things Thanksgiving with Chef Anthony Santos. He's sharing how he does 3 dishes for the big day. And in a moment, we'll be making his honey, brown sugar, bourbon glaze ham. Then we'll do his 5-cheese truffle mac and cheese. And before the break, we did his baked turkey. We started by patting our turkey dry, removing the giblets, then making a herb butter with garlic, thyme, rosemary, sage, salt, and pepper, which we rubbed over and under the skin. Then we stuffed the turkey with oranges, apples, and onions, covered it with foil, and got it in the oven. So that's one meat down. We got another one to go because we got ham. I'd love to help you with this process. What do we need to do first?
Okay, so if you don't mind, if you could help me with that.
Sure.
If you could help me with bourbon, we're gonna start off with some bourbon.
A little bit of Grandpa's old cough syrup for everything. Okay, we got a little bourbon going in there.
All right, if you could please throw some of that brown sugar to your right.
Brown sugar, okay.
All right, now we're gonna throw in some honey.
Honey's going in, okay.
That's with the honeycomb too.
I love it. Okay, what else got to go in?
All right, let's throw some of the fig preserve in there.
Very nice. Okay.
All right, let's throw in some of that Dijon.
All right. There's a lot of flavors going on in this.
A whole lot of flavors going on. Sweet, salty, spicy, savory.
A little bit of it all.
All right, let's throw some apple cider vinegar in there,
Okay.
please. All right, and about half what's in there of that cinnamon.
Okay.
Thank you, Chef. And then just a sprinkle of that clove, please.
Very nice.
And that's ground clove. All right, we're gonna stir it very quickly. We don't want the brown sugar to caramelize too much where it gets burned. But this is a very fast process.
Yeah.
Once you see all the ingredients meshed together, then we'll be good to go. You just gotta keep stirring for about a minute just to get the mustard to blend in there with the brown sugar, the bourbon.
You know what I love about this is like, you sometimes you get the ham, it comes already with its own little pouch. It's got all those flavors.
Yep.
Nah, you threw that one away. You're like, no, we're going to do something better than what you're given.
For sure, because this will teach you how to incorporate flavors together, and you can make it yourself. And we don't know what's in that packet. I don't know what the consumer is putting in there. So this just, you know what yours in.
You can control all those flavors that you want to be able to do because this is going to be married with this ham. So what do we need to do to get this ham ready?
All right, so normally you would just start scorching it and putting the glaze, but I like to take off just this little layer of skin on here. It's a very small layer.
Okay.
You don't want to peel it too much, but if you can just use your knife, you make sure your knife's very sharp before you start. You can actually just pull it with your hand, and the skin comes off very quickly.
Very nice.
So you want to do this at your pace. And then after this, we're going to scorch it. We're going to do a diamond scorch on it, and then we're going to rub that glaze that we just made right on it. This is a bone-in ham. So this is what I like to use. You don't have to get bone-in.
And why do you like the bone-in ham? What do you feel like it does for you?
The bone just adds so much flavor when it's cooking. The marrow adds a lot of flavor. It drips into the bottom of the pan. You can use that too at the end. So
I love it. Plus, it just gives you something to gnaw on afterwards, right? I mean, come on now. I mean,
you gotta take care of the dogs too.
You gotta take care of the dogs. Don't forget to take care of the dogs, because for you all to have a ham like this for your Thanksgiving dinner and to impress the crankiest of uncles, grab Chef Anthony's recipes for this and his turkey and mac and cheese at dinnerdeas.com, or scan the QR code down there to find us with your phone and follow along as we cook.
Okay, so now I'm just gonna start scoring it.
Okay, show us the way to do that.
All right, so you want to go in one angle, and do not be afraid to get too deep. I know it's traditionally not supposed to be super deep, but you have skin right here still. You have the meat that's going to cook for 1.5 to 2 hours. You want this beautiful glaze we made to penetrate in, so when we slice it, we could actually taste that flavor.
Nice.
Versus on the tip. So I score it one way, then I turn it to the opposite direction, and then I just start scoring it again.
And this is what helps give those beautiful diamond patterns that you're looking for.
It does. It creates a diamond pattern. It allows the glaze to seep in into the ham and to just increase the flavor.
I love it. Now I gotta ask, I mean, you got ham, you got turkey. Which one are you going with on the plate? Like, you know, because are you the traditionalist that's all things turkey, or are you
I mean all of it.
You're eating all the above. All right, that's the way to do it, my friend.
Yeah, I'm usually a little bit of everything type of guy.
I love it.
Especially with the meats. So right now I'm glazing it. I'm just putting an even coat around the whole ham. I'm gonna also lift the ham and do underneath as well.
Okay.
And then we're gonna glaze this ham every 30 minutes. You can glaze it more. Every oven is different, so just make sure you're checking on it.
Okay.
This glaze is very nice. Adds
Oh, it
a lot
smells
of flavor.
fantastic right now, too.
Adds such good flavor. It's a great start. And once the ham cooks, the juices from the ham mix with this glaze, you could reincorporate back in here and just keep basting it with its own juices. All right, so normally you'd be like, I'm done, I'm finished, but we're actually gonna lift it, and we're gonna do this.
Oh, you're going all in here.
Oh yeah, I'm going all in. I don't wanna miss any spot for flavor.
No spot left behind.
No spot left behind. All right, and that's it. Easy does it right there. You wanna put it back on its flat.
Okay.
So that way it can cook perfectly.
Okay.
We're gonna wrap it really fast. I have a little trick for you guys.
Yeah, what do you got a tip for?
You wanna spray your aluminum foil with some non-stick, whichever non-stick you like. What this is gonna do is this is gonna make sure that that glaze does not stick to the aluminum foil and the ham. So we can keep all the flavor that we worked hard making into this pan.
Love it.
All right, easy as that. We're gonna go put this right in the oven at 325.
I love it, because it's time for us to take another break while our ham goes in the oven. And when we come back, Chef Anthony's mac and cheese, or rather mac and 5 cheese, or rather truffle mac and 5 cheeses, we'll figure it all out together. Ahead on Dinner DeeAs. Welcome back to Dinner DeeAs. We're getting ready for Thanksgiving with our guest, Chef Anthony Santos. He's sharing his take on 3 classic dishes, and in a moment, we'll make his 5-cheese truffle mac and cheese. Earlier, we did a baked turkey, and before the break, we got together for his honey brown sugar bourbon glazed ham. Try to say that 10 times fast. I dare you at home to try that, okay? You can't do it. I bet you can't. But we started the process by combining bourbon, brown sugar, honey, fig preserve, Dijon mustard, apple cider vinegar, cinnamon, cloves, and we let that simmer while we prepared the ham, cutting away the skin and then scoring the ham in a beautiful diamond pattern so it can take on all those beautiful flavors that you work so hard for, by brushing the glaze all over and even on the bottom, covering it with foil, which Chef Anthony gave a quick blast of non-stick spray. And every 30 minutes, it needs some basting, so while we wait for that part of the dish, let's start with the final dish, which is one of my favorites, mac and cheese. But not just any mac and cheese.
Nope.
You got a lot of things happen with this mac and cheese. So what do we got going on here?
So this is one of my favorite recipes for mac and cheese, especially for the holidays. Very good comfort food, lots of flavor. We have our truffle 5-cheese mac and cheese. So what we have going on here is we have 1,000-day aged cheddar.
1,000 days.
Sorry, smoked Gouda, 1,000 days.
1,000 days. So this has been for over 3 years, just ready.
3 years, just marinated.
You were just like preparing for Thanksgiving, and be like, all right, cool. Like, all right, 3 years later, let's go with that one. That's the one.
Mozzarella, got aged cheddar, Parmesan. Ricotta is my little secret.
Very cool.
We have a little truffle pate.
Everyone's got a little secret when it comes to that mac and cheese. So you just gave your secret up just like that. You're like, hey, world, I want you all to be able to know that the secret ingredient.
For your viewers, ricotta.
Thank you for sharing with us, folks. All right, so what do we do to get this started?
All right, so step first, you want to create what's called a roux, okay? So a roux is the base for any sauce, okay? What it does is it thickens the sauce throughout the ingredient process as you're adding it in little by little. So we're gonna add in some butter. Butter's gonna melt very fast. You wanna wait till the butter melts completely before you add the flour, okay? All-purpose flour. We're gonna wait for this to melt down. We're gonna add about 2 tablespoons. We're making a big cheese sauce
equal parts here.
Equal parts. And we're gonna mix it. You do not wanna burn your roux. You burn your roux, your sauce will be burned as well.
How do you know that you haven't burned it, but you've got into the consistency that you're looking for?
So the roux will turn kind of a caramelized color.
Okay.
If your roux is brown, you've burnt it.
Should you keep going or should you just start over?
Always start over.
Always start over.
Yep, because once you burn your roux, your sauce will be burned as well.
Everything.
Okay, so I'm gonna add the truffle pate.
Okay. Now, truffle pate. Where are you finding that? What's going on there? Walk us through that.
You can go to your local Whole Foods and get it.
Okay.
It's off the shelf there. It's $8. Very inexpensive,
Easy.
and it just elevates your dish a lot.
Okay.
If you want to get actual truffles, you can get those truffles as well. You can use truffle oil. However, I do not recommend truffle oil because often it's used imitation, and I like to use the real thing. That's Black Winter Truffle in that pate.
Right on. Very cool. Very cool. What's next?
All right, so I'm gonna add this 1000-day cheddar, or smoked Gouda, mozzarella, aged cheddar, Parmesan,
Very nice.
okay, and then ricotta.
The secret ingredient for you. I love that.
Secret ingredient. Always keep the best for last. All right, so we're gonna mix this together, okay? Now, as you're mixing this, you do not want to burn your cheese.
Okay.
Once you burn the cheese, the whole sauce is ruined, like
All
I've
that
said.
flavor is gone, so
Okay.
you're gonna have to be
So I've
restarting.
lightly incorporated it. Now I'm gonna add my heavy cream. I'm gonna add a little bit at a time. I'm gonna mix, just a little bit at a time. And as the cheese gets hot and the cream is already warmed, this all blend together very, very nicely.
To grab the recipe for this magnificent mac and cheese, head to our website, dinnerdeeas.com, or scan the QR code down there to find us. And just little by little, you're just going with it.
We are almost ready. So just a few more seconds. That's really good. All right, we're gonna take this off. We're gonna use our rubber spatula and we're gonna incorporate it into our shells.
Very nice.
When you cook any pasta, please make sure that the water is salty as the ocean. That'll add a lot of flavor to your dish as well. If you noticed, I did not put salt and pepper yet. That's because I taste first, and then I add salt and pepper to taste.
Yeah, 'cause you got a great cheese over there with that Parmesan. It's gonna bring already a nice natural saltiness behind it, so you can control that.
All
This
right.
whole stage right here.
You want to taste test for me?
Do I ever? Come on now. Steph, you ready to go in for it too?
Yes, let's go.
All right.
Cheers, my guy.
Oh yeah, my man. Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna add a
I
little
can get
bit.
down with that.
It's really good. I'm gonna
I
add
can
a
get
little,
down with that.
I'm gonna add a little bit more salt. Just a little bit.
Great
And we're
base.
ready.
Great base.
Okay, so now that we've incorporated the salt, we're ready to go. We're happy with it. A lot of flavor. We're gonna pour it in this beautiful cast iron pan.
Why do you like to use a cast iron when it comes to this dish?
Okay, so I like my mac and cheese to have a nice crunchy top with the breadcrumbs and the cheeses, but the cast iron, it evenly distributes the heat in the oven. And that way I'm ensured that every bite that I'm taking out of this mac and cheese is hot, ready to go. And it also will not apply too much heat where I'm overcooking my mac and cheese as well.
Okay.
So now we're gonna put some breadcrumbs.
Okay. Any particular breadcrumb that you like to use?
No, not really. You can
Okay.
you can use whatever you'd like, and if you're gluten free, you can use almonds. You can grind those up as well. You could use cornbread, with breadcrumbs too. It's whatever you like. This right here is an Italian seasoned panko. My favorite. Panko, much crunchier than regular breadcrumbs.
Okay.
And then the Italian season, just a little bit more flavor that I don't have to incorporate elsewhere. I'm gonna add some more of my 1000-day smoked Gouda, a little bit of my mozzarella, this beautiful Parmesan. Okay. And cheddar last.
Ooh.
If you have some of that beautiful truffle pate left over, you can just throw that on there as well.
Ooh, come on now.
Now we're ready to go in the oven.
Now, how long will that go into the oven for?
Okay, about 10 minutes at 325.
Ooh. Well, that finishes.
Ready to go.
Oh, come on now. Well, that finishes. We're going to get the turkey from the oven, our glazed ham, and when we come back, we'll tell you how it all tastes ahead on Dinner DeeAs. Welcome back to Dinner DeeAs with an idea for your Thanksgiving dinner from Chef Anthony Santos. A private chef going very public today with his recipes for a baked turkey, 5-cheese truffle mac and cheese, and honey brown sugar bourbon glazed ham. I mean, my friend, there's a lot to be thankful for on this plate. So, man, that's really good. Absolutely. Happy Thanksgiving to you. Thanks again to Chef Anthony Santos. Find his recipes and a link to his website at dinnerdeas.com. And if you make anything we did today for Thanksgiving dinner, or any dinner, send us a photo. We want to see it. I'm Jeff Philbin. Thanks for watching, and see you next time with more Dinner DeeAs.